Justice is finally being served in the epic trial for the monster who beat my autistic son. That's Alex standing up. That's his younger brother, Austin, sitting in the little chair. Two brothers. Those are my sons, Alex and Austin. Austin is sitting down in the chair, and Alex is standing up. Alex is the one who is brutally beaten. He's the autistic boy who was brutally beaten by a staff member 3.5 years ago. Hi, it's Sandy Wyllie. Welcome to my mental health channel, where I wipe away the stigma of mental illness by talking about my own personal struggles, having borderline personality disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression. I talk about narcissism and my narcissistic mother. I talk about schizophrenia. And I wrote a childhood memoir, Life with My Schizophrenic Father. And in it, I talk about Alex, my special needs son. I talk about all my psychologists who are unethical and criminal, who had sex with me and exploited me sexually and abused me physically and emotionally. And I talk about a plethora of other mental health related topics, including autism and brain damage, but I only come on as a former patient of almost 20 years. I am not a licensed therapist. I do not hold a degree in psychology, so I cannot diagnose you. All I ask in turn of you is your kindness and respect, please, in the comments. Now, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Please hit that subscribe button on the lower right-hand corner. That way you'll be notified each and every time a new video of mine is out. It's 100% free, so stick around, take a chance, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to purchase any of my free dozen books, this is only a few of my books. I have written over 36 books. The links to all those books are down below in the description for your purchase in Amazon. Now, if you'd like to support my channel, I'd appreciate that very, very much, especially nowadays where my husband is out of work and I'm not making any money off of my videos. So the link to buy me a coffee is down below too in the description. I'd really appreciate any little help, even $1 that you could give would be well appreciated. Now, today's video, I'm going to talk about the epic trial of the century. Getting justice for Alex. 3.5 years ago. 3.5 years. It took 3.5 years. Two things happened. My son was brutally beaten, and my psychologist severely abused me, and I filed a complaint to the licensing board. And the police were called. My son was hospitalized. And I filed, a complaint with the police department, too. I pressed charges. That's what it's called. I pressed charges against this heinous, horrible, grotesque monster who beat my autistic handicapped son. He was a staff person. And when I talked to the police asked me, this is all about getting justice for people in power. I've done other videos about it, but this is finally karma, fucking biting an ass. And I'm finally getting justice, the justice for my autistic son. And I'm also at the same time getting justice for the Harvard psychologist, Dr. 𝗙cie his'𝗁, who sexually exploited me as well. But the thing is, there's a trial date for my son after 3.5 years of them stalling. It takes a lot of red tape. A lot of red tape. The trial date, by the way, is March 24th. So it's only in a few weeks. March 24th. Only a few weeks away. Finally, after 3.5 years. Finally, this monster who beat my son gets to face a jury of his peers, and my husband's going to testify. I'm an emotional wreck. Okay, this has ruined my life. What happened with my psychologist, my son being beaten, my psychologist physically abusing me, verbally, sexually abusing me. The last few years have been pure hell on earth. But I stood firm and I fought these people in power. These were people in power. Usually people that are in power abuse because they have, they have that going for them that, they hold so much. It's not balanced, okay? That person was taking care of my autistic son. That Harvard psychologist was was my doctor. He was my doctor. I was going for mental health because I have borderline personality disorder. If you look that up, I've done tons of videos. I have a whole playlist. Look up borderline personality disorder if you haven't seen my channel before, and you can look up all those videos on borderline personality disorder. And I've also have another playlist now about autism. Okay, so I'm trying to cover it. It's kind of like an umbrella, my channel, an umbrella of mental health, which covers a lot of topics, not just one. I just don't do narcissism. I just don't do borderline. I have an umbrella of topics that I cover in my mental health channel. So how did I hang in there, Oh God, it hasn't been easy to get to this point, to this date of finally this monster being served justice, going to a trial with a jury of his own peers. I hope they lock him away in prison for a long time for what he did. This is a handicapped son. So it is just like, it's so hard for me to come on here and talk about it. I mean, it's really hard. It's been 3.5 years of, going back and forth with the court system, this delay and that delay. And I'm doing it at the same time with my psychologist too, going back and forth, with the licensing board in Massachusetts. So it's like a double whammy. You know what I'm saying? It isn't just with my son, it's also with my psychologist. And it's just horrific. I mean, I haven't slept. I have severe insomnia. I have severe digestive issues, severe GERD, heartburn. I can't swallow. I have severe stomach pains, diarrhea, just like a lot of, I'm a sick woman. I'm not a healthy woman. I have heart pain, chest pains, like I'm going to have a heart attack from all the stress this has caused me. I've been hospitalized. I've been to the ER, not hospitalized, but I've rushed to the ER with, it's just been horrific. I drink very heavy. It's been, just, every day, every month for 3.5 years hanging in there because that police officer said, "Are you sure you want to press charges?" This is what he said 3.5 years ago against the man who beat your autistic son. And I said, "What do you mean, am I sure? Why wouldn't I press charges, And he told me a lot of women don't press charges because it's too much heartache and drama and too much to go through. They'd rather just say, as long as he's not working with my son anymore, then just forget it. Like he got fired. My son has moved on to another place. He is never going to see my son ever again, okay? So some mothers would just be good with that, say, okay, my son is never going to see him. He's never going to be around my son. Just let it go. But me, not me, okay? Not me. I'm a fighter. You mess with me, you don't want to mess with me. Let's just put it that way. Man, woman, beast, monster. Don't mess with my autistic kid, all right? I told that police officer, you damn right I want to press charges. I want to press charges to the maximum capacity. I want that a-hole to hang. I want him to hang, all right? Yeah. And the day has come. The day of reckoning, people. Karma bites his friggin' ass. March 24th. Be ready after March 24th, because I will come on with another video and I will talk about what happened. But for all of you people who injustices happen to you, people in power, whether they're priests, we know all about it, what those priests do, okay? Whether they're your mother, your father, your teacher, your psychologist, whatever those people are, okay, in power, if anyone has hurt you, you will go after them with the full extent of the law. I have done this with Dr. 𝗤𝒂𝒵𝗃𝗃, okay? I've written books about it. I went after these Harvard psychologists. I went after them with the full extent of the law. All right? Don't let anyone take advantage of you. Anyone. I don't care if they're a millionaire, if they have the Harvard degrees on the wall. He's a millionaire. He's a Harvard, psychologist, professor. He's a renowned author and speaker. He speaks all over the world. Okay? Don't let anyone stop you. All right? Don't let them try to convince you, like that police officer was trying to convince me. Are you sure you really want to press charges? He's never going to see your son again. What's in it for you? What's in it for me? Are you kidding? Why would you let that monster go out there, back out there, and beat up on other people? Don't think of you. You got to think of other people, right? Maybe he's not near you or your child anymore, but this monster can turn around and go out there and beat up on other handicapped people. Why wouldn't I want to protect other people? It's not just my child. It's other people's children, okay? You got to think of other people. You can't just think of yourself. You have to be selfless in this. And I have fought this for 3.5 years. 3.5 years. And finally, March 24th is the date, people. Write it on your calendars. March 24th, and a video will ensue. After that, I will tell you what happened. But don't ever, ever, ever let anyone walk all over you. All right? You stand up for yourself, for your loved ones, the full extent of the law. And that's what I come on to say this morning. I'm sorry if it was over emotional. I have been through I've been through hell and back. Hell and back. All right, till next time, take care. Bye-bye.